Hello, it's Denise here, Denise Junk Journals UK. Nice to have you join me. Welcome everybody. So I'm back with my Winter Stories journal, the winter kit from After Midnight Designs, and you will see that I have done quite a bit to the journal, the cover, since you last saw it. So I've had a good 24 hours, maybe a little bit more, maybe 36 hours since I last videoed. I did say I was going to be doing one every day. I'll explain more at the end, but we should now be back to one a day. So I did manage to bind it, like I said I was going to. This beautiful, I've got a piece to show you now, have I? Yeah, this beautiful, what is it called? Mesh, sequin mesh, I think they call it, something like that. Anyway, if you've been with me before, you'll know that I had some on order and it's arrived because it's what I wanted to put down my spine. So I stitched the signature in with white waxed thread and then put that beautiful shiny glitter, what did I say it was called? Glitter mesh up the side. Okay, I'll sew the signature and I'll show you it in a moment. I also found, which I had lost for a long time, my eyelets for my crocodile. So let me see if I've got them here somewhere. What have I done with them? Yes, here they are. Okay, so I found the little pot. There wasn't many in, if you remember I said I needed to order some, but I'd ordered some blue ones so that I could put blue in there, and when they came, well, I didn't order blue ones, I ordered aqua, which looked blue on my phone, and I would think aqua is blue, but they're green. So aqua is green if you're ordering We Are Memory Keeper eyelets. So I have to go on again now and look for the blue ones. But actually what I really wanted was my silver ones, which I found because it goes with all the glitter and bling. So yeah, I was lucky really that I found the ones I wanted, because the green ones just wouldn't have done it. And I think I showed you this ribbon that I was going to tie it with. It's not a flip through, it's not done. I'm just showing you it cover finished and the signature sewn in. Other than that, I haven't done anything. Okay, so I won't do a flip through because I've showed you loads of times. If you're new to my channel, if you pop back and have a look, I have created a playlist with this journal in it, me making it. Yeah, I haven't done anything else in it. You've seen everything. The only thing I have done, I've just spotted, are these, and that was only really trying to see what fit. They're not done, look. So they're just some of the little journal cards that came in the kit that I've cut down and folded over to see if they would fit in these little like, what did I call them, cigar band type things. I've done that one that way because I like the, yeah. And after I'd made them into tucks, they were quite difficult to fill because they'd only take small things. So I was just having a little play off camera. So we need to back them and fancy them up together. We'll do that today though, because next video I'm hoping to put the pockets and tags in and embellish. Today what I'd like to do is create some clusters to help with the embellishing. So I've got here, that's my tray of clusters. I have got here all the tags from the kit. I stitched around to that one, but these are not finished yet. They need the eyelets putting in. They are all backed. They need the eyelets putting in and inking. There's a few more journal cards, not from the kit, but fit in lovely. And then all the other things that I've shown you a few times. I may have sewn round and inked since you last saw these, but I think that's all I've done, those two envelopes. I'll show you in a minute. So that one was all done, and you saw I've just put some stickles on it, which I'm hoping that light is picking up for you. The envelope I've just glued, you saw it. You saw that in the previous video, which I'm going to put together and make a what's it called, can't remember. So it's like an ephemera holder, so it'll have like two little pockets in there, envelope pocket type things. Yeah, I made this one up and put, no, this isn't stickles, this is this, which is Sparkle Dust Rainbow Crystals, which I've had for ages. Phil Martin, Sentimentally Yours, so he does a lot of crafting stuff, he does a lot of card stuff. I think it was Hochanda TV I bought this from. So So yeah, that's gorgeous, isn't it? Really pleased with that. And this one I've just made up, I haven't put anything on it yet. So just to go through what we've got so far. And what's in here? Oh yeah, just all the journal cards that I think I backed these mostly on camera with you. One or two not. So backed and inked, but nothing else. All the pockets from the kit, I just folded them over, but you saw them all. A few other bits that I pulled in that I thought might go. I think that was last video or the video before anyway. That one and that one. So they're all things you've seen, but that's what we've got. So I thought if we just make some clusters with all those things there, we should have enough to fill the journal. So I'm going to try and not overfill it. Okay, so clusters, what have we got? Let's start with, so I thought for bases, and I am just pulling bits in, I'm not cutting things up specially for making clusters, so these are all just kind of bits of scrap. So there's a piece of card, I just cut it into 3, craft card, 2 pieces of that was left over, not big enough for backing or anything, just 2 pieces of stitched snippety type things out of my stash, and a circle that I had kicking around out of craft. So they look inked, they all look inked. Yeah, I think I've inked them. Yeah, so I was sat here this morning doing a bit of crafting, and I was going to come on and film. It's now evening, but I'm in a conservatory and the heavens opened here in England, UK, Lincolnshire. The heavens opened and it rained. So I thought, right, I'll just have a little play with a few bits while it stops. And it rained and it rained and it rained. And it rained for 5 hours. It was very loud in here. And then obviously I had to go out and do things. So it didn't happen this morning. So I've also got some glittery paper from, I think that was Crafts by Kathy. I've got this, a couple of bits of this shiny blue, I don't know what it is really, sort of grill stuff that I got from the charity shop. Got a couple of pieces of this. Well, there's a strip left and I just cut it up into bits, this glittery mesh. I will get the name of that eventually, won't I? I've got a few bits of, what's that, organza ribbon. I've got a couple of pieces of this linen. It's gauze-like linen type material. Well, it is linen, gauze-like material. I have got these as toppers, possibly. So 3 circles from the kit. A Winter Wishes. A Lady in the Snow. A couple of snowy tickets or icy tickets. And a couple of the ovals from the kit. 3 ovals from the kit. Don't know if you can see that or not. A couple of bits of music paper, 3 pieces of the grid. So I did just sit and ink around some of these while I was waiting for the rain to stop, before I realised it wasn't going to. 3 of these shapes. I haven't inked them or anything, I don't know if I'll use them, but they might be bases. A piece of white lace that was just kicking about. Some buttons, which I think I showed you when I collected everything together before. Yeah, so they're pretty coloured buttons, and then some of these very tiny blue label type things, which are from Shabby Dabby Doodah on Etsy and YouTube. Okay, so let's see what we can make out of these, just to make some interesting embellishments for when we are filling the book, filling the journal. Okay, so what shall we start with? I think I'm going to start with the 2 blue ones because they are, you know, in the book. Let me just move this wire. Sorry if it crackles. It's right in my way. That's it. Yeah, so I've used this scrapbooking paper for all sorts of things. Look, in the journal already. So we'll use that up. And I'd like to get these because I've pulled them out of a tin, a stash tin. So we'll start with these 4 pieces and just layer them up, not think about it too much. I've also got some shiny silver tape. It's not washi, it is actual. I can't believe it's this time of night and we're still getting the birds. Yeah, but it's kind of like that. Don't do many journals where I can use the shiny stuff like this anymore, so looking forward to that. I thought I'd brought some bling. I thought I'd brought some little diamondy things. There. Should we choose to put an odd one on here, are there? Right, so let's try and do these. Oh, they're going to be very different though, aren't they? Because they have got lots of... Let's go with something else. Let's go with 2 of those and 2 of those to start with. Because these are just going to take paper, aren't they? Yeah, not only did I find my eyelets, I also found my Distress Oxide. The blue one, the chipped sapphire. And the reason I found it is because it was with the eyelets. Okay, so we've got... that's my brown one, I don't think try on this one. So we've got some music paper and some grid paper here. Okay, so I hope you're all well. I'm doing okay. They're both inked round, aren't they? Yeah. Lovely to have you all here. I've been a bit absent, a bit hit and miss, haven't I, just recently? Do I want that one that way? I think I probably do. And then I want to keep that lovely staple hole there from a rusty staple, if I can. I'll go with this blingy, I think, on there. Piece of that on there, piece of that one on there, and shall we go with lace on here? I'll put my scissors away. Yeah, so I'm hoping, who knows, I said yesterday exactly, oh not yesterday, 36 hours ago, last video, oh, I run out of air for talking then. Kind of the same thing, that needed a bigger piece, and now you've cut it down, silly. You know, that I was going to get ahead and this was it now. Well, obviously I didn't, as you've probably gathered. Maybe I shall have a piece of that on there. But hopefully this time it will come to fruition and I will be ahead. I'm only roughly putting where I want things, that's why I'm not gluing them yet. I will be gluing soon. So I want something a little bit, what do I want on here? Something with a bit of oomph. Wondering about a bit of that blue ribbon. I've got some left. Well, it's not blue, it's kind of a grey with a blue hint in it. Well, some of that would be nice on there, do we think? Let's cut some and see. So yeah, so I'm hoping, obviously, that it's dark here at the minute. It's starting to rain again, so hopefully I won't have to stop. But if I can keep enough light on the subject, hopefully I'll get a couple done today of videos and I'll be able to get ahead again. I'm wondering about those little tickets. Little tickets. I like these two. I think they're going to need a button or something like that. What did I do with the buttons? There. Put blue on to tie the blue in a little bit. Of that little dinky one. I see a bit lost on there though. Let's have a blue and obviously I don't want to button on a lot of them because they're quite chunky, and yeah, I probably could do with some thread, couldn't I? Threaded through them. Let me just think a minute if I've got any near me. Yes, I have. I forgot. Well, we've got some blue. That was handy, wasn't it? So yeah, it'd be nice if I can just. I'll do a reasonably quick one now, and put this one up tonight for you because you haven't had one for a while. And then I'm hoping I'll be able to do another one straight afterwards, ready for tomorrow. I'm only going to put it through one each, just so it looks like it's stitched on when it's actually going to be glued on. Yeah, and then hopefully I'll be ahead of the game. I'll be able to do some longer videos and keep ahead of you, dependent on the weather. We'll see. And you know, things I need to do family wise, but are we in? Yeah, we're in. Let's tie it in a knot. So it was easier to thread the cotton through there than it was to thread a needle and sew it. Yeah, lovely. Do the same in this one. I never thought about threading them in advance, otherwise I'd have saved some time, but it's always nice to see these things done, isn't it? where we're going across from. Oh yeah, there's an evening train for you, if you can hear it. Oops. So I might not have got any filming done today, but I did get quite a few more boxes unpacked of my craft stuff. Unpacked but not sorted, so I guess I'm just kind of unpacking, and then I'm going to have a mass sort. So there might be, I've definitely got a lot of books and papers I want to use up that shouldn't really be sitting around, so there might be some journal mass making going on, not with the kits as such, but with the you know, the pages and things that I've got. Oh gosh, here comes the rain. Please don't start getting noisy again, or I'll have to stop, and I don't want to. This is only a little one to thread, so it shouldn't take me a minute. I mean, making clusters ahead of time is a brilliant thing to do. It's not something that I've done a lot of, to be fair. I think because I always want them specific to my journals, and I do such, well, I think anyway, diverse journals. So each one I do tends to be quite different. I haven't got one particular style, so you know, I've had a go at making them ahead, but then they often don't suit what I'm doing next. So yeah, it's not really a thing for me at the moment, making them ahead. Right, that's really thin on there, so I'm going to try and get it through once more, just so the cotton shows up a bit more on the top. Of course, you don't have to have them threaded. I just fancied the look this time. I often put buttons on my oops, did that come back out again? Nope. On my embellishments with no thread through, and they're fine. That is another bit actually sticking out with that one. Yeah. So yeah, it's not necessarily something I can do in advance, but if you do a few up like this before you actually start filling your journal, embellishing your journal, it always helps. So I'm not making them for a specific page or a specific piece of ephemera. I'm just making them to match the journal, and hopefully when I'm looking for something, there'll be something just there that suits. So hence I'm going to make so many if I can, if the light allows. Sorry if you can't see, but I'm having to put it, I'll try and put it in a frame for you, but I'm trying to put it right under my nose to see what I'm doing. Is that better? Let's have a look. Oh, you need to go through there. So if I only get 4 done, that's probably all I'll use, but if I can get 6 or even 8 done, I have got more blue journals coming up, and these aren't too specific to any theme other than blue. So there's no icicles or snowflakes or anything like that going on them. I mean, that would be fine for other winter projects, but it might not be a winter project that I do, my next blue one. So yeah, this one again, I think I'll just leave a few of the threads showing. Okay, so what? Onto these now. So I was thinking perhaps a ticket somehow. Now you can spend hours, absolutely hours, just getting them right, which is I won't say a waste of time, but you could also just put them down and end up with an equally as good piece of work. So it's getting a happy medium, really. No, I definitely want it that way, don't I? Yeah, I like that music there. So shall we have that behind it? No, because I want the buttons actually on the lace. Yeah, so I might tear down that when it's stuck, make it a bit more of an interesting shape. Let's start sticking some down. I'm going to use art glitter. Oh, well, I wasn't going to use that much art glitter. My goodness me. Well, can I put a bit on you as well? Thank you. Which way was you? That way. Oh, that was off that one, you fool. Well, that's the first time that's happened to me now. My nozzle is a bit gooped up now. If I put that in, it's going to go flying, isn't it? Cloth. That's what I want. Well, yeah, thought so everywhere. I could do without glue problems. Let's just make sure we aren't. There we go. Gosh. Shall we try again? Right, I don't know if that is where I was actually having that now. Is that the right way up is the next question. It is the right way up, but I quite like it that way. Well, I don't know, I'm having it that way anyway. Don't want this over the side, I want it over that side, I think. So I've got something a little bit, yeah, frothy each side, and this doesn't need a lot. So art glitter does hold fabric, no problem. I don't think it grabs quite as quick as Fabri-Tac, but it does definitely hold it. And then the buttons that go over the top will also hold it. I think these ones were off here, weren't they? Yeah. Oh, I quite like that little blue one on there. Yeah, I'm going to swap them over entirely. And I think I'm going to go with my Fabri-Tac for these buttons. Oops, go on in. Can't get me. That's it. Yeah, just to make sure that they get a good grab on the material and stay put. It'll help hold the lace to everything as well. I can put a good blob on. Yep, so it looks like it's stitched through, but actually it's just glued on. That's it. Side by side on that one. Might put some silver of the blue stickles down the side of that, and these two I'm going to have separated. So, white one at the top, yep. Nice white square one. Oops. There, sewn in the top, and then I want this one kind of down here. Don't know why, just fancied it in two separate places. It will also hold that fabric on in two separate places as well. Okay, now I think they want some, definitely think they want some blue ink around them. Just can't decide if I want to change the shape of them. I was going to change the shape of that brown card. I was going to tear it, but actually the rest of it's got quite an interesting shape on it, hasn't it? So I might leave them as is. So do I want sparkles or glitter or bling on them? Don't know. I'm going to do these two and then decide, because these are a bit blingy. Might want a couple that are not so blingy. Right, what was we doing? So I'm having that instead of the music paper. I definitely want that showing, that one. Right, art glitter, are you going to? Whoops, stuck to me. I'm going to play the game this time. Yeah, I love that staple mark there. I have this one near the top in a different shape. And I'm not going to sew through these. I often sew through the clusters that I make. Right, do we want one of these as a sideways on? I don't. Do I? Do I want you sideways? Maybe upside down. Yep. So I like that there, but I think that needs to be smaller. There. There. No, this was under, I think. Down the side of it, yeah. That piece bigger. Yep. Maybe that would show up better with something under it. like that. Oops. There's the next door banging, just for a change. So maybe that. Yeah, I feel this one's too big as well. Right, let's do this one first, because I quite like everything there where it is. For that one. Yeah, it really feels like winter's arrived today. It's not been too cold, to be honest. We've had about 12 or 13 degrees outside, according to the car. Did I have that another direction? I can't remember. But it's been dark and sort of, yeah, dismally and windy, which is wintry, isn't it? The wind is definitely removing the, I think that might need Fabri-Tac to sit quickly for me. Yeah, the wind is definitely removing lots of leaves from the trees and actually some of the branches as well. Can't get the pin in. Oh, come on. I am doing it left-handed and I'm right-handed, so maybe that's my problem. Yeah. So yeah, definitely a wintry feeling, and now because I started to stick that, but I'll have some Fabri-Tac on it. Yeah, because I'm filming in the dark now as well. Obviously it's light here because I've got my light on, but around me it's dark. That's better. Yeah, winter, feels like winter's here, definitely. Yeah, I don't know if this needs something else down the right hand side. We've got a lot going on here. Let's just go across the middle with that. Yeah, and I think it does need something here. Right, what have we got going on? Oh, that glitter. Yes, obviously you can make these as fancy. They don't have to be as many layers as this that I'm putting on. You can just stick 3 things together and something on them. Where are we going? Down there. Obviously I'm going to do a couple next with some of the toppers from the kit. Oops. Put my pin back in this. Yeah, so a good selection is a good idea if you're making them. You're making a good few up. Shall we just have that one down the side? Does it look like a bit stuck on? Oops. Sticking. I don't know, but I'm going to put it on, and then, because sometimes, just like other things I make them and I'm not sure, and then when I revisit them I quite like them, so I'm going to make it up. If when I come to use them I really don't like it and don't choose it, I can always change it in some way. So now I've come back to those, I really like them. I thought they were a bit bare earlier, but now, I don't know, do we want something from the kit on these? These are becoming very full on, aren't they? What have I got? Winter Wishes. I don't know if that is a bit much. Not sure about that because everything's silver and that's got like a gold edge on it. About half a ticket. No, I'll leave them for now. It might be that they just need a piece of this. Marbling, maybe. Oh, what about a piece of this? Right, let's cut some of this off and have a little play with it. So under the light it is shining a little bit gold and iridescent, I guess, because of the light. But it is actually silver in daylight. Do I want a piece of it on? Yes. So just like washi, but it's not washi, it's proper tape and it's shiny. I'll have a smaller piece on there, I think. Stick that bit to my plastic drawers and then I can use it again if I want. Shove that up the top as well. Don't want to hide that staple mark. Okay, so that's a really glitzy one. Yeah, and a button 1, 2, I should say. What should we do next? So let's have a look if we can put some of the kit pieces on these, because I haven't really got to do any layering on them. And that was a sideways that way, I think. Right, what pieces have we got? They look a bit like what we've already done, don't they? Oh, I quite like that on there. Oh, how quick was that? Right, so what do we want under them? What about some of this glittery paper? Yes. It's quite thick, but that's going to make a nice tuck, isn't it? I'm thinking some kind of, yeah, this. Now this has come from Justine, House of Mahalo. I think I say it right, and then I change my mind, and I'm going to use some of it to go through. Can I cut it open there now? Yeah. A couple of my tags. But I might just put a couple of bits. What do we think? I'm not sure about how thick that is. I might just have it on the end rather than under, because it is very thick. It's homemade paper with glitter in it. I could even have it over, couldn't I? With a bit of this, a smaller piece. Yeah, I like that with that. So let's, what shall we do? Let's stick that down first. Oops. So the man that lives next door works in his garden all the time on cars. Can be quite annoying actually, I have to say. But obviously the rain's kept him in all day. So we've had a piece from his car working, if not from the rain. Over the top, do we think? Yeah, that's better. It sounds like he's out doing something this time of night, so he must have good outdoor lighting, is all I can say. Yeah, so I'm using the Fabri-Tac for a good thick coverage of glue to grab all the lumpy bumpy bits there. Yeah, like that on top actually. Like it. Right, this little piece of floof. Oops, wants to stick to me. Let me just put my hands together a bit. So I need to decide where I want it and then just put some glue down. Do I want it over that? Let's just see where it goes, shall we? I want it all on the paper, not hanging over, and then if I use it as a tuck as opposed to just pure embellishment. Oh. It's nearly a feather in a cap, isn't it? Yeah, like it. So, are we doing the same with this one? So tick it off to the side, I think. No, we won't have that on here. Excuse me. Should we try some of this? Don't know how well that's going to stick down actually. Yeah, it might be better under something. I've still got glue all over my fingers. Let me just put my pin in my art glitter. I'm wondering if I even need another light on. It's quite dark. It's not so bad here, I don't think, where I'm working. I don't know how many shadows you've got. But when I move away from where I'm working, it's quite dark. I've got fairy lights that I have on in here, which are lovely. But I don't know that they're conducive to filming in the dark. You might get lots of flashing. So how do I want that on? Let's going to get caught, so it kind of needs to be all on. But that's the bit that I like. We go that way with it. It's kind of echoing that, isn't it? Right, we're going to stick you with Fabri-Tac, I think, but I don't know how. Oops. It does need quite a bit anyway, doesn't it? Let's see what happens. And if we, thank you, if we put this on fairly quickly, I don't want to press that, otherwise it will just stick to me. Put this on top fairly quickly. I should be able to press that down, hopefully, and keep it there. Oops, a bit far forward, that, never mind. There's a bit poking through. I didn't need it on all of there. Silly. Silly girl. Yeah, so this isn't a new green mat. I've had this one as long as I've had the other one. But it is a different green mat to what you're used to seeing. So it's not shiny yet with glue. Just try and keep it not shiny for a while. It's just a handy one to pick up and put down when I'm just doing a little bit of cutting, because it's a cutting mat. Okay, so let's go for something different on here. Do we want a bit of, what's this? Oh yes, I do like that on there because everything shows through, organza. But how am I going to stick it on there? Shall we go with bling? Or shall we go with, I've got a couple of buttons left. What about that one? Let's stick that somewhere in the middle. Not sure. Got this little tiny one. Too many blues? No, it is a similar blue to that, isn't it? Let's just try sticking this organza on and then seeing kind of what the finished look is as regarding the glue showing. If it completely disappears, I think I'll leave it as is. If it, you know, if it leaves a glue mark, then we'll put something on it. So I'll just leave it a few minutes, I think, like that, and see how it dries. How are we doing? 1, 2, 3, 4. When that one's done, that's 6, isn't it? I'd love to get this bird on one, definitely. And what about this? Because this will make a lovely tuck. What can we put on it? I really want some paper, don't I? Oh, I've got a roll of this, haven't I? Which is supposed to be vintage conductor, bus conductor ticket paper. I don't think it is. I still think it's from an adding machine, but that's what the person who sold me it at a fair insisted it was. I wonder about screwing it up. It's not really thick. I don't think it's thick enough for a bus ticket. A bit more crumpled. Ink it. Ink some of the crumples, that's it. Give it a bit of character. It might be a bit big actually, I might need to take a bit off. Yeah, let's take it down there. Okay. And I'm wondering about putting a bit of blue on. It is inked in brown, this, but I was just thinking about a bit of blue here and there. That's it. Not a lot, just a hint of. Okay, so that down, my bird on top, but it definitely needs something material-wise. Now we could go with lace. We've still got some of the blue, bits of the blue lace. It's not a bit, it's attached, but I'll put it off. Oh, I forgot about this little packet of pretty things that I had. There's some nice blue ribbon. Oh, I've got some of those. Can we have some of those out? Okay, just to give it a slightly different look. yeah, so that's a little packet of the blue things that I originally put together when I was collecting stuff for this. Like that, near the top. You're hiding all that though. I like that paper. And yes, I'm liking it because it's so different from whatever we've done so far. And that one there. Yep. Okay, there's no pin in that. Put that down there. And then there. I should grab that. And then we're going to need Fabri-Tac. I'm just messing between the two, aren't I? Yeah, we want that one quite low down. The other things will hold this on that go on top of it, the ticket. Gosh, I do hope you can see there. I'm pretty sure you can. Oh, how sure are you? Only just. I could have sworn that I was on camera down there. Sorry if you couldn't. Oh crikey. You might not be seeing this if I'm off camera too much. By the time I've had a good look at it. Hope not. I know some people find watching clusters being made interesting, particularly because everybody does it so differently. There's definitely no rules for making clusters. Everybody likes a different finished article. Everybody creates them differently. You know, couple at a time, one at a time, mass make them, follow a specific order or not. Yeah, so many different, well, that was a good catch, different ways of doing it that I think making clusters can often be an interesting video. I know I like to watch them. So I'm hoping I've been on camera for you, and I don't have to delete it and just say, here are the clusters that you didn't see being made. Right, and I'm thinking, as long as I can keep my fingers off it, I'm going to put some stickles on this because I'm really loving the, right, where shall we go with them? Across the bottom of this bird, I think. I'm really loving the, I haven't pulled it to me again, the shiny, glittery. Well, that's got a very, it's new, I know, but it's got, seems to have a much tinier, what, dropper, pointy nozzle that's it, than the other ones I've just used. It wouldn't be so bad if that one there was in line, would it? Don't know what's going on out there. Oh, it's yeah, it's trick or treat. It's Halloween night here in England. I think you probably have it in Canada and America too, actually, but yeah, that will be what's going on. Lots of silly noises. I wonder if my husband's realised because I've left him in the front room. He'll be dealing with the door. Okay, how many have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I would like to make it just one more and then we'll call it a video. So I've got these left. Shall we make a little one of these? Blue or brown? Let's go blue. We can use brown all the time, can't we? Let's go blue and let's go heavy. Look at that. Yeah, and let's make a bing bang bosh one, if you know what I mean. Yeah, just choose things really quick to put on, is what I was saying, thinking. What else do we want on it? We could do with a little, do I want that little gold winter wishes on it? Yes, but not that. I want some lace. Oh dear. Oh, where was that blue ribbon that I found? There. I have a piece of that blue ribbon on it. Oh, I'm not in. Oh yes, definitely have a piece of that on it. That's nice out the bag, isn't it? Lush, 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 lush. Yeah, Fabri-Tac. Do we want that behind it then? Maybe we do. Oh. Just give it a little bit of an extra layer. Yes, we do. Have I done it again? All right, down here, and you're right up there. Yep, and then that at an angle on there. Yep, so this will definitely go on one of the other journals that I make if it doesn't go on this one. So this is what I mean about sometimes you can just make one really quickly. Don't think too much about it. And if you very, very, very dislike it, if you know what I mean, if you hate it, strong word I know, but if you absolutely hate it, what have you lost? A few little bits of paper, and yet you've had the fun of sticking. Do you have another one of those over here? Yep, sometimes just go right out of your comfort zone, grab things and stick them on. That's what I'm doing here. And when I come back to it tomorrow, I probably will either love or hate it. Oops, don't you lift up. And in the spirit of excess, let's put some of these down here. Oh, that was the biggest one ever. That's because I'm in my own shadow. Okay, so 3 massive can I push you down? Yes, I can. Yeah, so 3 massive glitter dots, which you won't really see until it dries. Yeah, so love it or hate it. There's another one that could even go on, you know, if you think the back is too small. See if I can do it without actually sticking it on. You know, it could go on something bigger like that. Looks not quite nice like that, doesn't it? So we've got that option, but I'm not going to put it on there because I might want to put it on a pocket or something. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed watching that. I thoroughly enjoyed chatting with you and getting back into the swing of it a little bit. Like I say, tomorrow we will definitely be filling the journal with pockets and tags and ephemera and maybe even embellishing. Okay, please give me a thumbs up if you've enjoyed watching, just to let me know you're out there. Leave me a comment. I'll be chatting again now, and subscribe if you haven't. Have a lovely evening, because it's evening here, and I am going to put it up for you to see now, and see you tomorrow. Bye now.